The FBI has identified the ODU shooter as 36-year-old Mohamed Jalloh, a man with a history of ties to extremism. Jalloh is a former member of the Virginia Army National Guard. He was convicted in 2016 for attempting to provide material to support ISIS. Federal investigators say he had previously traveled to Libya to meet with people linked to ISIS and even praised the deadly attacks on Fort Hood. Despite being sentenced to 11 years in federal prison in 2017, Jalloh was released in December of 2024, years before his full term was up. It is still unclear why he was released early, but authorities say he has now carried out the very type of domestic attack he once plotted with undercover agents. The FBI is now leading the investigation into the on-campus attack. They held a press conference this evening giving details. Brittany Miller was there. She joins us now in the studio with those details. Brittany.
Dana, Special Agent Dominique Evans calls the students in the ODU classroom that was under attack today extremely brave for stopping the shooter from causing more harm in that class or on campus.
All of the people here at ODU, I consider our victims. This is a tragic event.
Hours after a shooter opened fire at Old Dominion University, agents from Norfolk's FBI field office confirmed the attack was terrorism.
We have confirmed reports that prior to him conducting this act of terrorism, he shouted or stated Allah Akbar.
The FBI identified Mohamed Jalloh as the man who entered an ROTC class and shot 3 people, killing Professor Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Shaw. Jalloh was released from prison 2 years ago for attempting to provide material support to ISIS back in 2016.
He wanted to conduct a terrorist attack similar to that in Fort Hood, Texas.
Special Agent Dominique Evans says though this is an ongoing investigation, they don't have any information that points to Jalloh being a known or ongoing problem since his release. She also says they can't confirm whether the ROTC students were targeted.
This is why we need the public support to where he may have been before this, who he may have been in contact with, if he had any other supporters, anybody providing him information.
Evans says there may have been a greater loss of life if it weren't for students confronting Jalloh.
The brave ROTC members in that room subdued him. And if not for them, I'm not sure, what else he may have done.
And Agent Evans says there's no mention of the war with Iran in this attack. Brittany Miller, 13 News Now.
All right, thanks so much, Brittany. ODU President Brian Hemphill is speaking out tonight, calling today's shooting a senseless act of violence that has changed the institution forever.
I know that each of you want as much information as possible right now, and that's completely understandable. Everyone in our community wants answers, and I want to be as forthcoming and as transparent as we can. In this time of tragedy, I know that all monarchs will join together in solidarity to support each other throughout this difficult time, especially the victims and their families.